Okay. So we had a lot of fun, and I'm just calling it Drunk Cubine for short. So, and wait, let's see. Okay. Um, I'm just flipping back into the into the chat. Well, I was my internet was being stupid. Okay, so I shared in the chat the links. I hope. Let's see. There's one. Oh, maybe it was when I was doing the other one. And I thought, oh no, I've broken it. No. Uh, and I found this one on Pinterest, and it's by it's called "Go Home, Cubine, You're Drunk," and by Marie Browning, who's a certified a CZT, and apparently she does she works with Tombow or Tombow. I'm not sure which way you pronounce it, but anyway, when I looked for a link to her blog because I wanted to see if I could find where this might have been housed originally versus somebody else that posted it onto Pinterest, I couldn't find anything. So I'm glad that I found it because it's totally fun. All right, and I think I said already. Of course, welcome. And if you want to say hi and where you're from in the chat, and if you're new to Zentangle or just new to us, we would love to know. Okay. Oh, so Marilyn, welcome. Have not been in this group before. I apologize in advance. We will not be on our best behavior.
You click on that link only if you get lost and need help.
Right.
Heather will put it on the screen big to begin with.
Yeah. So I'll talk us through on the I'll share my screen and I'll talk us through, and then also know that you can work on whatever you want. That's the only thing that ties us all together in the end is the tangle or tangles that we're doing. So we have people working on, gosh, you have some people working on like a notepads. It's just like whatever you have handy. So this all stemmed from 2 years ago now, which is so hard to believe. Yeah, no, it has been 2 years. And I was like, I don't care if you have crayons and toilet paper. We're just gonna tangle. Although it wouldn't work very well because unless you have really rough toilet paper. Although there is a really nice tangle potential on my toilet paper, and I have to deconstruct it. So.
Said in college I used to write letters to your dad on toilet paper. Just to embarrass him when he opened it.
Oh no. That's so funny.
We didn't have embossed toilet paper then. It was,
it was
flat.
just okay, easier to write on.
Yeah. Well, not really, but
it's so funny. So Tom and Carla ask you, does it help if we have an adult beverage while we do this one? Well, it can't hurt.
Yeah, can't hurt.
Oh, and Virginia did too, Mom. So.
Well, oh.
That's so funny. Okay, so drunk Cubine. If you've done Cubine, it helps, but it's not necessary. So this one starts off with a zigzag, and I'm like looking at Moms. You could go as crazy as you want to, and it ends up. Even if you do it, I was calling this a shallow zigzag, so where it's not, the back and forth isn't so much. But in the end, it ends up turning out a lot more.
Wonky is the word.
Yeah, wonky. Yeah, then it starts off, just with the other components. It's so neat. So, all right, so you do that, and then essentially you're going to kind of aura it, and then it might help when we're drawing it. But I found to alternate, so like instead of starting even, I'll start a little bit lower, and then maybe do similar zigzag, but not working to not have it mirror or aura what's already done. And then we'll just draw the lines connecting the points, and then then you see. And then fill up the space as much as you want, and then we will aura the inside. Although from the when I didn't put all of the earlier class stuff, the screenshots together. so I can't show quick. But this way we see our own imagination. Because some people didn't necessarily aura, or the auras, they played with the auras on the inside of each box. So that's some fun that you can have. And then we take a little piece out of the corner, and I was using the lower left. On Mom, she just did whatever corner that she wanted to, right?
Yes, it's just I kept turning the tile and I kept getting it in a different corner, and that's how that
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, and what's neat is, so it doesn't matter what corner. We're just gonna take a little chunk out and fill it in, and it doesn't even have to be, it doesn't have to be square, and neither does your grid. Doesn't have to be square, and so we had a lot of fun. When I show uh, the the original from Pinterest, you'll see. And then, once we have all of those little corners blocked in, then it's just drawing a straight line from there'll hopefully be at least one corner with nothing. Maybe there's two, just depending on the size. And you draw that to the other empty corner, creating that depth, and then through either shading with the graphite or with your pen, uh, filling in and really making it look like, and as I was saying this morning, like a Belgian waffle.
It's good you mentioned that because when you show hers, okay, I want to look down in that bottom one that's five-sided.
Yeah,
Okay, I see what she did.
yeah, and
You made that, yeah.
I ended up doing a five-sided one also.
Okay. Well, you connected two corners.
Yeah, and earlier, and I don't know if So Here is on. So Here did one with all. Oh, she is with all five-sided, and then did different colors. So did one color
Ooh.
for one side, and another color for this side, and another color for that side. It was amazing. So
Oh,
lots
and I'm
of
noticing what
ideas.
else she did.
Hmm.
Look at what she added to the outside edge.
Oh, I
I didn't
didn't
even
train with.
notice that before.
Yeah. Oh,
Hmm.
Alyssa said she did that with the edge, this morning, and we
Okay.
didn't notice it on yours either. Oh, sorry. But yeah, so yeah, so like aura-ing each side and
But not
adding
each
that
side,
line,
just on
just the
the,
bottom.
to
Well,
to
the
give it depth.
bottom, yeah, 2 sides.
Bottom
This is
and
bottom
left
left.
side. Yeah.
Yeah, but whichever side you would wanna do, but just 2 sides.
Yeah.
And actually,
Very
I
interesting.
wonder, and maybe it doesn't matter, would the effect be just as cool if, you did it on, so, like, uh, she did it on the left side and the bottom, which is basically where she put all of these filled in boxes. If
Yeah.
she had put it on the top and right side where she has, these sides, I wonder if the effect would be less.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but I got
Oh,
room still
yeah,
on mine, so I'm gonna try that on mine.
Alyssa
Mm.
says, she was working in a circle and got confused which side I was, and that's what I was thinking. I'm gonna try a circle.
Yeah, that'll be
We'll
neat.
see how confused I get.
Oh, alright, so we're gonna have fun, and then too, if you wanted to add, like I added, gosh, I can't even, oh no, it was on this one, where, I had finished the zigzag, and then I just decided, well, I'm just gonna add another box, and then, like, some of them here, I just kind of closed it off, so once we do the zigzags, you can play and have.
You lost your sound, Heather, unless you stopped talking, and Heather just went blank again. Heather, come back. We're gonna blame it on Steve, Heather's husband.
Intermission.
our grandson has cousins. One's a little boy his age, and then a little girl is a couple years older, and she's a spitfire. And so when the boys would do anything bad, we always blamed it on her. You know, they do or say something, we'd say, "Uh-huh, it's all Melody's fault because she must have taught him how to do that." The thing is, I don't. Yeah, there she is.
There I am. I am okay. So I have my phone right here. If it does it again, just stay. At least I know that you guys are. It's not booting you guys off, so that's good. But if it does it again, I have my phone ready to go. Oh my gosh. Okay. And actually, once we get started, then it's okay. So, all right. So let's see. I did both white tile. Oh, well, I should work on the black tile then. We'll just
Yeah,
round it all out.
I was thinking of that too, but I'm gonna do a circle one and see what
Okay.
happens.
And then two, I was like, oh, but I also have um some of those are patterned tiles, but that's okay.
Actually, I was gonna get out my cheaty tool, but I thought, no, that would be useless.
Yeah, we don't need yeah, because this we only want wonky. Okay. And glad to see you say Leslie here and early. And so Leslie, you came in after she had left. Oh, I think I'm gonna start mine on a diagonal, like on the diagonal, and do the zigzag, just to be different. Okay, so this means I have to go slower. Oh, slower is no fun. Oh, but this will help because I can't do it even here. I have to come down a little bit on my side, and then I'm really trying to shut off the brain. It's not working so great. Oh, let's try this. And just not worry about these. Let's try coming way down. And I'm making mine really big too. And that also helps a little bit because then you have room to do the stuff on the inside.
Yeah, that was part of my problem. I worked too small, and it was
Okay. Yeah. Whoops, let me get that down there. Okay, so that looks like a proper mess on my part. Oh, that's a neat idea. I'm doing that. Oh, yeah.
we
In
shall
the
see.
yeah. And I think too, if you end up with weird stuff, then we just make it do. All right, let's see. Okay. Yes, and welcome back. Yes, Luna came back for more. She had so much fun. And we like that. So, I'm going to start in the middle and just connect these guys. Because I'm thinking too, um, I might decide to add some things on, and I just don't know where that's going to take me. So.
Now I have to question myself. Do I want to go in one more?
Well, you know what though? You could do the steps on the one and then decide two.
I could.
'Cause
I
I
could
mean,
do.
that's what's kind of fun because it's like if you're not and I think I'll probably do a triangle right here. But yeah, part of the fun is while we're connecting the points. But yeah, you can always like I have this like nice little space right here and kind of right here that I don't know what I'm gonna do with yet. And I might leave that and I'm gonna think about it. We'll see. And what's so funny? Let me get that there, and I'll let me pause, and I'm gonna take a look at it, and and two, if um If you have questions, because I don't mind doing again, because we did that this morning. It's like one of those. I try not to go too fast, but if I miss something, and let me know in the chat if it's like, can you do all that again? I'm happy to. All right. And oh, there's as a dinosaur, but what was I thinking? I don't know what I was thinking. Well, yeah, see, um, if you have that creativity where you could say, "Oh, I'm going to do," you know, uh, make it look like something while you're doing it, or if it just ends up coming out like that, then that's cool. No, I have to, and I think I will make this little triangle right here, just because I feel like it needs to be. All right, now which direction? Oh, I think I like this direction. Okay.
If you're working
So
bigger, it helps to well, not on the black with white, but it helps if you use like a graphic or something to fill in those black squares. It doesn't take forever.
right, right. Well, and I should have a 10 here. I was doing the lines with the 8, and
Oh, and
and it
you have a
just
10.
occurring, yeah, just occurring to me is like, oh, you could, um, well, like I did, and I don't know, yeah, you were on when I did these lines. So instead of shading, I just drew the lines. So if
Right.
you're using something like this on the black, and you have the different size pens, that could maybe be helpful. And then too, with these little bits in the oh, I have to aura first. Gee whiz. Let me just miss that whole spot.
Oh, I forgot to do that. I forgot that. Oh no.
Oh no! But just do it half and half.
Well, no,
Because
I
somebody
have an
did that
idea.
on earlier. And tangulation on a tangulation, yeah.
I'm going to I will I'm going to stop what I'm doing right now.
Because yeah, like I said, I don't remember. I'm not remembering whose it was earlier. And if you're on, I apologize. But did like the center with the aura-ing. So we're aura-ing each box.
And it's such a crucial part of the whole thing.
Yeah, but it still looks drunk if you.
It'll be okay.
I'm just doing a tangulation, and because there's no such thing as a mistaken Zentangle, so we prove that we prove that every class, every time.
Now, if I can just get my
Yeah, so two things. So you can play with this, and then you could also play with the parts. When we do the little box. And so if I messed anybody else up because I was, we're laughing and having fun, my apologies. I could do that on purpose. That could be fun to do a planned forget a step. It'd be like the baking show.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
running a class like this? Can you imagine Alyssa trying to run this class?
Say that again.
Imagine what we would all end up with. It would be crazy.
Yeah.
At least with you and Shay, we have logical people. With Alyssa, I can't imagine what kind of class she would run.
Hey now, what's that supposed to mean?
Oh, I think I have to do something else. I will fix it eventually. Sounds like birds chirping.
That's me. Hold on. All right. Are we hearing an echo? Echo,
No.
echo. I should have had it logged on. Then, all right. Okay. No, I have the Tangle cam, the old Tangle cam, because that's what I used to call it. And if it doesn't, because I already said if I did it again, it did. I did not listening to my own threats here. All right. So it's just sitting there ready to go. Have to switch things
Blame it
out.
on the weather.
Yeah, Comcast says it's too hot. It's like, what are they doing? I just, it's like, okay. I think as it was going, I was asking, let's see. Oh, so, well, maybe Luna, do you have Comcast also? Does it go all the way out to where you are? Oh, but oh no, and you're not on a small screen.
Well, just ignore the chat. Most people don't know what they're talking about anyway.
They're just goofing around on there. Marilyn, I am using, well, apparently I switched to the Jelly Roll 10 because I grabbed, well, it's not going to matter. Jelly Roll, I was using the 8, but they have 3 sizes now. So, oh, okay. So Luna is on her phone. Yeah, and it usually gives us a little symbol. That's why I was wondering. Oh, okay. So this is, when you're on the phone, the chat covers the video. So, yeah, so that does make it kind of a pain. And that's why I try to read whatever's in the chat, but say Luna, if you okay, thanks, Alyssa. All right, I'm adding it to my bill. If you have something, if it's easier just to open up your mic, feel free. I try to limit the amount of voice chat because it gets a little too sometimes too confusing, and then sometimes it's hard to hear, and that's why. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to try that, doing the thing on the outside as well, because that's kind of fun. Okay. Yeah, and so what I think is neat with this is at every step, it kind of morphs into, looking a little bit more wonky and a little bit, a little more drunk or whatever. So if you've already gotten to the step where you're putting in the little side pieces, you can have fun with that. I'll say if you haven't gotten all of them in with the sizes, so you could have some. I mean, I know like on Cubine it was more exacting, where it was like, okay, I'm coming in halfway here, and making a nice proper box that looks perfect and things like that. But on this one, yeah. You can add to the character of it by maybe having it a little bit more angled, or it just depends on what your boxes look like, and even the size of them. If you make them really small, then it's going to look a lot deeper. If you make them bigger, then it'll make it look shallower, because so when we get our whatever your shape is, and then drawing that line.
That's the question.
Yeah, go ahead, Brenda.
So every flat surface is aura?
Yeah.
And does every flat surface have that solid box in it?
Yes. Although if you decide that you don't want to, you don't have to. But yeah, so every box from the original grid, you're putting in, auraing the inside, like I said, and then and then inside that box, putting another, and I'm deciding where I want to go over here. Like I said, I'm kind of sticking mine to the lower left.
Okay, thanks.
Sure. But let's say like on Mom's earlier one, because she had some weird shapes, and because it was small, some of them I think what you you didn't put
I didn't
This,
do anything.
yeah, either didn't do anything or
I just
just didn't
left
put,
them.
yeah, and it looked fine. And just like this, what an extra neat look. Even though it's you still see some of that black. I don't know. I think that kind of looks neat, Mom.
Well, I'm going. I'm going to go over it again. Hopefully, it'll. Oh, I should. Oh, if it doesn't, well, the white doesn't. I'm going to fill in all the auras white.
Okay. Oh,
That's
that.
that's my plan. But I'm just thinking if the white doesn't cover up those black, I could find another jelly roll that
Oh, that does.
that covers up better, maybe.
Mhm. The perfect course correction.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh well, Leslie says every time I think I feel creative, it looks terrible. Just keep going; it'll look good.
Yeah, you're just not done yet.
You're just not done yet. And see, like this little triangle, I put a little V in there, and then I'll fill that in, and then I could go to both sides if I want to, but I'm just gonna pick a side to go to. And this one is kind of fun because it's I don't know, it's more of the well, we've learned the rules and then we're going to break them. And this one we learn the rules and then we're going to break them and break them again. And break them again.
Well, the only thing I've ever done sort of different with Cubine is I've had it like starting from one point and flaring out.
Oh.
To
Okay.
give it movement or whatever. If
Yeah.
you've got a triangle and you start, so the boxes get littler as they go down to the point. And
Yeah.
I've done that a lot, but still the grid is pretty much, uniform.
Yeah. And now I was thinking, I don't know when, because it's not dated. I don't know when she came out with this one, but I wonder if it was before we did, because I want to say it was Huggins, the first one that was crazy Huggins, because there's been crazy this, crazy that.
Oh, I don't know. That's the only one I know.
And maybe that is. But I was thinking, because she could have called this crazy Cubine, or now I'm thinking backwards since next week I'm going to do super crazy Huggins. I could have called it drunk Huggins. That would have been.
You could have.
So I might have to change it. And so for those that don't know, so the next, and this is one of the paid classes, or if you're in the membership club, which is like a subscription for all the classes, we're going to be doing this next week.
Doing this what? Are you showing
Oh,
them?
wait, yes. This.
Yeah, may I see that again? Wow. That is so cool.
It's a little, after seeing I think it was Molly, I've seen some, instructions, a video on Crazy Huggins from Zentangle, and mine is a little bit different because I think I either heard about it and maybe just did it on my own, which is, wow, that doesn't always happen. But mine a little bit different, and so we will have extra fun. Wow, my little
forever.
But I say that white looks neat.
Yeah, if I would have, if I was working on a white paper, I could have maybe just fixed the black and left it at that.
Yeah.
But I can't. I don't have a jelly roll that matches the Renaissance tile. They haven't invented that yet.
Oh, well, maybe some of those they had those earth toned ones that were the moonlight.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was thinking. If this doesn't work, with the white over the black eventually. I
Yeah.
might go back and look at one of those and fill it in because it's
Okay.
not. Or I had another idea.
See, then my question in my head is always when working on black, it's like, well, I mean, I'm going to add white. So let me flip to this. So when you get all of these parts done, the little box, and then drawing the line, to the opposite or pick a corner, I suppose. Then it's uh, one one side. If you're doing if you're doing them, in a square like this, one side is uh, I shaded with graphite, so a little bit darker and then light, so that way it gives that kind of like the shading look to it. And then I also showed where if you didn't want to use graphite or you just wanted a little bit different look, you could use pen and just draw some straight lines in on that one side. And it has the same effect where, it's like uh, dark, medium, light, so to speak, and it helps with that. It helps in making it look like a waffle. So, and then like I mentioned, that so here didn't I and using two different colors because she had all like five shapes. Had two extra, had an extra side of the wall to fill. But so whenever I'm working on black, I'm like, oh, I'm never sure what to do. And then I just go, well, let's just do it as if I was adding graphite, and that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm using the soap stone because I like it. It's a little more subtle, especially when you and I didn't do that little triangle guy yet. You blend it in. And you get the same effect. I think it's just you do something a little different on each. It's good. Oh, Luna says saw a blog somewhere where the author did a dozen more different Huggins. Yeah. Well, and what's neat is we take it and make it bigger. Well, I guess you only have to do it big enough, and then you turn it into a reticula, where then you put other tangles in, and that's essentially what we'll be doing with this one. And it just makes it extra fun. Yes, like I said, it just depends on how small can you tangle.
Oh, I've got such a skinny one here.
You do. You might have to go dig out a 005 to draw that little line. And I think what I will also do, if not tonight, tomorrow, or before I send this the replay of this out, I'm going to add in the optional thing on the side because that's kind of neat. I did not notice that. But add that to the step out. Oops. So I don't know. I think my triangle. Well, I don't know. I think that triangle one I did not. It looks a little bit weird, but that's okay. I need to not look at it for a minute and then come back and look at it. Yeah. Oh, I'm looking at in the screen and it's like, wow, look at that. That's pretty neat looking. And actually the triangle one doesn't look too bad at least from there. And the white it looks so much more vibrant. Oh, and so here's trying 6-sided things. Oh, neat. I can't wait to see it. All right. so let's see. So I'm going to try this. Let's do. Well, and then the question. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. The question could be: do you draw? Well, depending on what you want to do, I suppose. Bring out the little lines first, and then come down. And let's see. Yeah, it looks like she did it that whole side. Because then, too, you could also bend them a little bit different if you wanted to. So if you're wanting to do this to finish it off, just pick two sides. And yeah, for whatever reason, I like that. Doing the left and bottom.
Yeah, I'm trying to think how to work that in too, but I don't know.
Well, and mine kind of, well, no, it's going to work just fine. And then here, oh, let's see, let me, actually, I'm just going to bring that in right there, not making a separate line, but yeah, you do kind of looks like need to color it a little bit differently, so I'm going to use the same soapstone here. I do have, like, could use a gray, what you call it? Boy, this silly Comcast outage is affecting my brain and my words. That's my excuse today. Gray chalk pencil, maybe. And heck, could always go over it, right? We'll see. I'm almost thinking it might need to have something to make it look like it's give it the dimension. Do I have that? Am I whole thing upside down? Oh no, it's just backwards. I don't know, Alyssa. I have to make I need to make a list of excuses, and I should probably date them and make myself some cue cards. Oh, I forgot. Oh, today's excuse is. Oh, let's see. And so, are you talking about this Luna? It's a soapstone. Zentangle used to sell them, and they do not anymore. And I'm looking here for. All right, I think this is gray. Oh yeah, it looks kind of gray. Thanks, Alyssa. No, oh yeah, I did play with the rainbow pens. Yeah, I was after you left on. I don't know how we got on talking about it, but I was sharing with everyone the marbled pens that I had to order because I just wanted to see if they still made something like that, and they do. These are Zebra brand. I know there were some other ones on Amazon. But yeah, it was just kind of neat how it seemed like when I changed the angle, like as I was doing these swirly lines, then the color changed as I moved the pen around, and I thought, well, that's kind of weird that it would like, oh, can they engineer that really to be able to use a different color? Oh, here's a dark gray. Let's use that. Let's see. And then always the back is good. But anyway, Luna, so this is it's just a soapstone, and Zentangle had used to sell these when they first came out with these black kits. But you can find them like at a hardware store because I believe they use them for welding and maybe seamstressing. That's a new. I don't know if that's the actual word. It is now. Yeah, I thought I don't know how that. We'll see. Oh yeah, no, I'm drawing on my jeans. It works. So if you're being a tailor, so you would mark your stuff, but yeah, welding,
It
whatever.
probably, I mean, because there's tailor's chalk, which
Mhm.
might be the soapstone is probably not as messy.
Oh, okay, yeah, because yeah, you don't get it on your hands or anything as you're handling it. Right, so I'm gonna. Ooh, that looks nice. Right, so I've decided I'm putting. This is a General pastel chalk, dark gray. Just on some of these, and let's see, does that help? Uh, Not so much. I wonder if I use the black charcoal. Too, and I don't know. I should look it up too. I thought I remembered at when I was at like Joann's or something, and the Eek brand had that looks really neat, Mom. Had charcoal pencils, but they were like they were mechanical, and they were a way thicker lead obviously than a mechanical pencil, but it seemed like they had colors or something. But I'd have to search, and that was years ago too, so you never know if they actually still have them. Sometimes when you use the chalk and things, you got to redefine some lines. I had really gone over those ones. Well, I think that looks kind of neat.
Yeah, I think I saved it.
Yeah. Oh, and see, yes, what you did in the orid section and having it a little dark on each side.
Right.
That
Yeah.
is,
I went over with the gray marker
yeah,
where I had the black, and you can't. It looks like I planned it.
yeah,
And for everybody's information, I did.
right. And
I planned on
um,
doing that the whole time.
mm-hmm. And it probably, we'll see. It's not going to matter which side you do it on. So I'm coming back with this is another nice course correct when you're working on black tile. Is you can just take your black pen. You might have to like I wipe off the tip a little bit, but you can go right over lots of things. It's a great course corrector. But see, mine went up, but I'm going to do the same. Just putting it on the same side each time. I should have stopped to see. Oh yeah, I think that helps. Yes, yes, yes. And oh, good, we're still good on time. We were goofy, had technical issues, and we're still doing good on time. That's amazing. And oh, so here's also saying that it's amazing. Yours is amazing, Mom. Oh, and then she's doing even more on the inside. Oh, was that my squeaking that Wall E? Oh my goodness. And I do like having that jagged edge like you have too. It just makes it look more authentic. Oops, I missed this one. All right, now let's look. Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah, and so well, see, so Leslie, on the shading, really the shading is within in the pattern. So, when you have your little box on the inside, then we're doing that extra line here. And so dividing the inside of, actually, yeah, we're dividing the inside of that aura section into, if you made it into a box, at least, 3 sections. So one you leave regular, the other we've filled in with whatever pen color you're using, and then the other one, shade with graphite or something else, and then or draw fine lines so that way again it looks like it's like dark, medium, light, and that's what creates that depth. There's really so because Mom did it as a uh, like a border, then she's shading the inside.
But on each one, I did just what you said. You have
Yeah,
3 sections. One is blank, one is black, and one is a medium tone.
right. Yeah, and that's really all there is to the shading. Unless you want to do extra stuff, like she's doing like on the outside, things like that. And then too can have fun with the I don't know, I'm just gonna like the rails of these where like somebody did dots in theirs. I think it was Cassie from earlier, Cassie with a K, and she had put little dots in hers, and I thought that looked kind of neat, and I could do that. Do that with I don't know what she used. I think gold. Ooh, I wonder. Ooh. Um, maybe I'll just maybe. So I'm just adding. This is just glitter, and let's see. Does it shows? Oh, oh, yeah, barely. Ooh, you can see when I hold it like that. And then too, we were. I remember I was thinking, but I don't remember if I had said it, but somebody else had done it where, it had organics. Like a nice. Oh, let me do it with this. Little fancy fescues coming out because I like to do that. Let's see. Oh, you can kind of see it. Ooh, it's sparkly. I like doing these little dots. That was a good idea that Cassie had. And this, like I said, you can only really see it if the light's shining the right way. All right. Ah, those look neat. And Leslie's right. It does look like a snazzy bracelet. Or so you could always use it. Okay, as soon as so I'm gonna do this, and then it's gonna.
I was trying to figure out how to do sort of like you did on the outside, but that it wouldn't work. It had to be on the inside
Right. Well,
only. Because you wouldn't, if I see this
no.
edge, I don't see that edge. If I see this, I don't see that.
Right.
So this works.
Yeah.
Oh, I could have added another. No, that wouldn't have looked good.
Oh, you mean like to the outside or?
Yeah, I was, but because you wouldn't, it's just perspective would be wrong.
Yeah. And we try not to worry about that too much because then it starts becoming a little too much like art.
Well, every once in a while, my education has to come forward.
Yes. Yes. Well, but yeah, and that's what's so fun about this, and why I just am always thrilled about it, because not having any background in it, it's like, ooh, like you too can make these really cool things and not have that background, but then you can slowly learn and add about the perspective and the shadows and all of that, through this. It's just so neat. So, and let's see, Marilyn says, oh, I think it's fabulous you and your mom are doing this together. Yes, it is.
We're about an hour away from each other.
Yeah.
And we get together usually every Sunday for dinner with other members of the family.
Yeah.
We don't craft together too many times, other than
yeah. Every once in a while we like
Yeah.
come over and bring stuff, but it's usually like if it's a time where it can be just us and
right. When my grandson, my only grandson, well, it's not your only nephew, but the only nephew on our side of the family,
right,
and the only little guy, if he's here, we're busy playing with him, not unless he wants to do something like this.
right, and we keep working on them.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm going to continue to add my bling. Well, and then too, well, we did do the one class where we were doing we called it tile prep, and you can see but that's one of them that you did with the marbling, and so we that was went over to mom's and we did it in the kitchen, so we could make it a mess,
and that was fun. We had a good time doing that.
Yeah.
And Heather and I went to be certified together.
Yep.
How many years ago now? 7?
Yeah. 7, yes.
7 years ago. And
yeah, in 2015. Oh yeah, because something had just popped up on my screen, so it's yeah, it was sometime right around now. So I was gonna find the memory and then share it. Yeah. So, oh well, let's see what everybody did. But yeah, we have a lot of fun, and I was glad that Mom had enough fun too to say, hey, I think I'll join you every week. Versus just when whenever, because it's a lot of fun. I think how many there was a couple. I'm trying to remember, there was a couple other mother-daughter teams.
I think there were about 5. For some reason, oh, Alyssa, that's beautiful.
Oh, look at that.
It looks
Stacks of drunk Cubine.
Stacked wonky cardboard boxes.
Oh, and look at here it looks like, I don't know if any of you are familiar like with Bugs Bunny, the Acme hole. It looks like those are cut out of your paper. And Alyssa, yours too, with the black like that. All of a sudden, it's just depends on the angle or something. And my eyeballs, that's what they're seeing. Oh, and look at that neat neon from Zelda. Zelda, do you have a black light on in your background? That is so cool. All right. Well, let's see. Well, I want to try to take a screenshot. We'll see what happens. Hopefully the recording isn't recording all of the weirdness that my computer is doing with our bandwidth. And I didn't think to check that before. Now I will. And then, because then I can always grab a better screenshot from the recording or something. So, all right. Who are we missing? Oh, look at Time and Carla. So cool. All right. So this is everybody.
Okay.
Mine's not finished.
Mine's not working. What am I missing?
I don't. Yeah, so you just have to start your webcam. I mean, I know you've done it before. Maybe
I did, but it's not doing it.
Oh, wait, there you are.
There we go.
Oh, woo! Look at that. All right. So if this is everyone, then I'm gonna go ahead and get a screenshot and say, Cassie's, yours is just dark, but I'm gonna get it. We'll fix it later. All right. Oops. 1 second. Hold it steady, Leslie. All right. Now I got it. Now let me paste that. Yes, I got it. Oh, actually, the way it comes out on my screen, it looks really neat. As far as Cassie's go, it's like, oh, it looks like it's a really neat technique. But Let me share my screen so everybody can see. And oh, it's saying, oh no, Cassie, you had sent me yours from earlier. Yeah, so if you send it again, then I can always add it in. But it has a really neat effect. It's like it's almost like Zelda's, where it's just neon-y. Yeah, and Cassie, you were the one, yeah, because you had the dots in yours, so that was a really, really great idea that I stole. So super neat.
Oh, Cassie's is really dark. Is that?
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm gonna see if I can get it off of the recording, because hopefully, because it seems like with all of
very
these,
interesting,
doesn't it? It's very sci-fi looking. But I'm
oh,
gonna try.
Alyssa, both of them, you know, in the pictures, most of them look like there's holes in the paper.
Doesn't it? Yeah, that's what I was looking at. So here did triangles and then six-sided shapes.
Well,
And
you know, here's what I'm noticing in Alyssa's. Not the stacked ones, but the more the circular. Look
yeah.
how big the black part is.
Uh-huh.
So it really looks like it's the floor of something. It looks like
Yeah.
walls and floor, you know, a floor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to think about doing that next time.
Yeah. It does, yeah. And see, like mine, it just, yeah, it looks, well, it looks more like a Dolly-esque waffle. But yeah, because yeah, playing with that, you know, and even like, and maybe, and so here's two. Hers are rather big
Oh,
as
you
well.
know, here's a thought, Heather.
Yes.
What the difference in yours is because you made that little corner white. You should have left that black.
Oh wait, which corner?
The corner that you filled in, like everybody on the other colors were filling it in with black.
This
The
this
little
one?
corner, the little extra corner, the first thing you do, you should not have filled that in.
Oh. Yes, I could have done that.
You should have left that black and filled one
Oh,
of the angular sides white and then one shaded white.
yeah. Because
That's what's wrong, because it doesn't recede. It
no, but
doesn't go down. Do it over.
wait,
Start over. All right, the
it's like,
class is beginning again. Well,
but it could also, but it could go the other way. So it could be, these are little things that are protruding.
yes, but it doesn't give
It's
that
not,
much of that effect
no,
because of the rest of the lines. But
right.
that's all you'd have to do is you know, leave that. This is for
Yeah, for
well,
next time.
Cassie worked on black, but I can't tell from that what she did.
Yeah.
But that was
No,
just
but
be
no, but
something.
Zelda did. Zelda left the little box black.
She did what?
Zelda left the little box black.
Oh yes, left it her
Yeah.
background color, the
Yeah.
background paper color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it still looks neat, but I would have that depth if I left it black and then did yeah, different. But yeah, they're just so cool. Oh, I like these ones that are, you know, what are they, op art or 3D. It's just so neat to be able to say, oh, I can do this and not have graph paper. And I especially like Leslie's here doing, you know, curvy shapes. It doesn't have to be all straight lines either.
No.
So there we go.
I think Leslie's if you shade that where you have the little lines, isn't that what she has? I can't.
It looks like little
Little
lines.
lines. I think if you shade that a little darker, it will
Oh
look a
yeah.
whole lot more effective.
Yeah.
Because it's just, I mean, in the picture, in real life, it might, you know, be totally different. But I
Right.
think if you shade that part just a little bit, you know, with just a touch of graphite,
Yeah.
and still leave the lines for the texture, I think it would
Mm.
be real effective. But that's
That's,
beautiful.
yeah. Yeah. They are all gorgeous. And I like, and then Tom, let's see, Oh no, yeah, because so here added color. Well, Alyssa had some color. Well, yours is in the background, but yeah, adding color and on those sides or on one of the sides. Oh, neat, neat, neat.
Another good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, totally fun. So, well, I'm going to say bye to the recording.